roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
One play action. Fields into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser Wright, and the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Fields. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Cowboys force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll begin by running the option. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Off play action, Fields. The 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Play action. It's Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run, again it's McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Pickett. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 4th down two-point conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun, then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now Pickett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground attack here, it's McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answer by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. That pass complete to Moore. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over first and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
2nd and 2. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
First down, Green Bay.
Pickett right back to the air again. Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to run now. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Isaiah Pacheco.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
He's going to try and go deep again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They're going for Jefferson downfield.
He's got it at the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded right around the 8. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special team's coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pickett. This will be caught. Judy.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Pickett now from the gun here.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here's Pickett. That's caught left side by Judy.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Pickett back to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got some space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And now here is another interception. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
On play action, Fields. They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And some space here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
So, 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
there to make the grab.
And the Cowboys have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 211 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Here we go with McCaffrey. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Here we go on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.